We've all been there, right? That feeling when words are used as weapons, that vicious gossip or when someone in the community you trust just tears you down. It's a specific kind of pain. And some ancient texts actually have a name for it, the strife of tongues.
Hmm.
But here's the thing. Our source material today, a really powerful verse from the Psalms, makes this incredible promise. It talks about an immediate hiding place from that exact conflict. And that feels like such a huge promise for a problem that is so present today. Okay, let's unpack this. What is this ancient shelter, and how do we get inside?
We're looking at Psalm 31, verse 20, specifically from the King James Version. And it says, "Thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence from the pride of man. Thou shalt keep them secretly in a pavilion from the strife of tongues." Good. So our mission really is to figure out what that secret shelter is actually made of.
Okay, so when it says strife of tongues, we're not just talking about like a minor disagreement. This is aimed at something much deeper, right? Those cutting remarks, the noise that just comes from other people trying to define you.
Oh, absolutely. It's talking about deep verbal wounds. But the truly fascinating part is how practical the solution is. The Hebrew word that's translated as secret is sēther. And sēther isn't some, vague, fuzzy feeling. It literally means a cover, a shelter. Think of it like a physical structure, a dependable stronghold. It's an architectural idea for a spiritual reality.
A stronghold, I like that. It makes the protection feel so much more real,
Yeah.
tangible. But how do you actually get into a sēther? I mean, when you're stuck in a toxic meeting or at a tense family dinner, you can't just leave. So is this about physically avoiding people, or is it all an internal shift?
That's the key question, isn't it? And no, it's not about geographical avoidance. It's about a radical shift in your attention. See, the verse pairs that hiding place, the sēther, with this idea of a pavilion.
Let's Villian.
Yeah, and you should think of it like an exclusive royal tent, or maybe a modern VIP tent. It's a space that's reserved just for you.
Okay, and that pavilion, according to the verse, shields you from two things. The strife of tongues, which we've talked about,
Yeah.
but also the pride of man. How does that part work?
Well, the pride of man is the engine that creates the strife in the first place. Pride is what makes people tear others down to, build themselves up. When you retreat into that pavilion, you're stepping outside the entire system where human status and what other people think dictates your worth.
So you're essentially making their opinions irrelevant.
Exactly. It shields you from their judgment, from their need to have power over you. The source of the noise it fades. And here's the immediate application. When you feel totally exposed, when people are talking about you, this passage is saying God is right there in that shelter waiting to talk to you, to confirm who you really are.
So this is a deliberate call to action for you, the listener. It's something to practice, to make that mental retreat, to step into that sēther, that secret place, whenever those old hurts or those negative voices start getting too loud. The source is basically telling you directly, you are hidden, you are safe, you are covered.
And if we zoom out to the bigger picture, the insight is that you don't have to carry the weight of every single critique. You have an immediate shield, a pavilion from all that noise. Because in that place, there's only one word about your identity that actually matters.
So what does this all mean? It means the protection is right there. It's instantaneous. When you step into that pavilion, you're not running away from the fight. You're intentionally choosing a higher, truer definition of yourself. So here's a thought to reflect on this week.
Right.
What tongues, what voices do you need to intentionally shut out so you can start to hear the one that really matters?
Kingdom people, kingdom people, kingdom people rising.